Hello, Morris here, and I'm here, and this is a second video in my series of VaultTech settlements that I've created. In this video, I decided that I wanted to go and just get out of the way all the settlements I just couldn't be bothered with. There's a couple of them I didn't even bother to put supply lines for, and I'll just go and pretty much explain why I didn't. These settlements are going to just count for those who I just flat out just slapped a power generator, some defense, and called it a day. And I'll explain why I wasn't interested. I guess we'll go for a free cam just to see how little I really did. Yes, I'm doing this in the same take I did my first video. Want to just get out of the way. And here it is. Just just slap together a power generator, put some turrets around, and called it a day. I've always hated 10 Pines Bluff. I always hated it. First, it was because this is the first place you're sent to, and then unless you use a mod to change it, they'll send you to the Corvega assembly plant, and I just hate that area. And another thing that I really don't like about this is how little the area is. Even with build high, they're just yeah, it goes a little bit further, but it's still very cramped. The last settlement creation I did, my last series, I used that's funny, he's sleeping out there. I'd used Sim Settlements leaders, so they built this all up, and even then it was just janky. I also don't like how the fact that you're close enough, because there's like an event spawner that likes to happen right down there, and even with the borders more closed in, this place is just a mess. Nothing about it's inspiring. I don't even know why any caravans come out here. It's just so small and tiny, and I just didn't know what to do with it. It's just always been a bit janky in my opinion. Not fun. Too many trees, and let's get that out of the way. So this is the first one. I just didn't do anything. Also, due to certain mods, there's a loading issue somewhere down in there. So I just didn't like this one. So let's go to the next one. Now, I'm too lazy to use a video editor, so bear with me, because I have my game installed on a traditional hard drive and not on an SSD or anything like that. Okay, you know what? Since we're gonna have loading screens, I'm just gonna mention that one of the reasons I got rid of the scrap everything mod is because it totally destabilized the mechanist layer. And the mechanist layer, I'll show you when we leave here. I make that my supply chain hub. Well, anyway, here's Abernathy Farm, which, let's just go and take a nice bird's eye view of it. If I hit enter, I just put, like I said, I wasn't sure if I wanted to have settlements attacked constantly, bothering me. So I just went and just put some turrets down, put some extra water, and pretty much called it a day. Now this one, I don't hate this place. I actually really like Abernathy Farm, even without build high. You get a good amount of area. My problem was I just couldn't make VaultTech just mesh. So I just I literally just went and replaced some of the big gaps I saw with just atrium walls, put a reactor on top, and called it a day. It just clashed so much with, I just couldn't build in it or extend it. I probably could have maybe extended. Wait, let's go inside and check it out. But this is one of those areas that, like, you know, Sim Settlements really went crazy for, but nah. Like, Bethesda did a really good job of designing this this house for the settlement, using a if I remember where the stairs are, using a giant, you know, power line tower as like as a frame to build this house is pretty neat. Yeah, I just wasn't. I'll just be honest. Now that I'm here, I could have probably done a few things, but I was just so uninspired. I just couldn't. I didn't know. I just didn't feel like bothering with it. I'll probably go back here and try to build something else. Oh yeah, that's what I tried to do. I wasn't that just. I would have figured if I could. Blah. Let me get my tongue in order. I was wondering if I could replace everything with, you know, atrium parts, but it just doesn't work. Like, they're just special, even with with like, place anywhere, which allows you to rotate and mess around with stuff. Bethesda did such a good job of putting this together, taking out pieces and trying to substitute them, just didn't look very good. So I just left it pretty much the way it is. Could I have replaced that one? No, not really, because it's got that roof on there. Yeah, I just couldn't really change anything without it really just hurting it. So I just kind of built it like this, and ooh, yay, you're part of the Minutemen now. Congratulations, you have more power than you'll ever need. And pretty much just called it a day. I just wasn't inspired at the time when I messed around with this. Alright. So we got those two out of the way. There's a few others. You know what? Oberland Station. Let's go here. Alright, Oberland Station. We won't be here. This is just... Oberland Station is also the same thing with Abernathy Farms. I just didn't feel that inspired. And I just really didn't know what to really do with it. Well, actually, I could do something with it. I did see, as you can see here, I did create this building.
Still in one piece.
You didn't even get off the... Yeah. Oh yeah. So this is pretty much my standard build for all of my suppliers. Make robots, give them Gatling lasers, give them Robo Brain heads with Gatling lasers and Mr. Handy rockets. Originally, because there's this wonderful glitch out there that sometimes your robot defaults, I thought that maybe I would default less if I if I gave it a Protectron torso. But eventually I realized that wasn't the case. And so some of my other areas now use fully armored Robo Brain torsos. Anyway, this one here, I did put a little bit of effort. Created a larger building. And then I went here, built some beds. But then after that, I was like, what am I doing? It was just, now that I'm kind of back, I think another thing was, I was just given so much. They Build High gave me so much area. I was like overwhelmed. I was like, well, it kind of like killed the character about it. Now originally this most builds is you just kind of make a bunch of buildings across the track, but I don't know. I just wasn't very inspired. I was inspired enough to slap a artillery here because I kind of wanted to have the ability just to, you know, rain fire anywhere I felt like. Uh, yeah, that's about it. I really hate that they didn't do anything that. I hate how it's like this first floor doesn't exist. Like, why do that? Why board it up and do this? I mean, in downtown Boston, I can understand that frustration. That would just be a headache to load. But up here, all these are kind of just standalone by themselves. I should just, you know, actually. Yeah, kind of a waste of space. Don't really a big fan of that. So yeah, if I were to do this again, I'd probably just go and build it out. But when I saw like how much room build high gave me, I just didn't. I was not interested at all. And now let's go on since I'm repeating myself. And let's do an easy one. Grey Garden. You know what? Let's just run there. Because it's just across the bridge. Grey Garden. Now, Grey Garden, I just left it alone. You'll see it. Actually, now that I think about it, it might have been faster just to tell. It's never too late. The problem with Grey Garden is